Secretary, Shri Santosh Kumar P.
Thank you, sir. Sir, on March 11th and 12th, two Indian telecom companies signed an agreement with Elon Musk's Starlink. And after that, they have issued a press statement also. And statement is almost similar. So was there any compulsion from the side of the government of India to enter into such an agreement? And moreover, we have invested heavily in optical fiber cables. So what would be the future of this investment? And sir, these Starlink devices were widely used for communication between local militant groups in Manipur. So taking into account all this, will the government allow this necessary regulatory sanction for this agreement? Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
So, the Honorable MP has raised a pertinent question, but not factual, on one context. I would like to, through you, inform him that forget about any militant group, but no, please, I heard you, so please hear me, but no Indian citizen and no one on Indian soil will be able to use any satellite device without the license being given out and the spectrum being given out. Yes, there were media reports that they've had found some boxes and some units, but those were neither functional nor were they operable in any manner whatsoever. So that's answer to supplementary number one. With regard to supplementary number two, sir, let me say this, that it is important that as Minister of Communications, I am technology agnostic. I have to be customer centric. And I have to provide my customer, which is 1.4 billion people in my country, with every possible way of communication. And then it is for the customer to decide which service he will take, whether he takes mobile, whether he takes fixed broadband, whether he takes satellite. That's for the customer to decide. That's not for me to decide. But I must keep the gateway open for all prevailing technology. With regard to the agreements between TSPs and a satellite provider, whether it is Starlink or anyone else, that's a market mechanism. That has nothing to do with government. And also let me say that I feel that this is a complementary technology, because what does satellite do? Satellite allows you to give service in two places. One, where there is no mobile connectivity, where there is no, as you mentioned, OFC fiber. Those areas which are hard to reach, our citizens in our country will be able to access the world through satellite communication. Second, when you have disasters, and God forbid we have disasters in our country, but when you have disasters like we just had in Myanmar, the only option is satellite connectivity when all your networks come down. And therefore, that's a very important resource. Having said that, the agreements between the TSPs and satellite providers is for fixed broadband, not for mobile at this point of time,
because mobile technology in terms of voice is not available on LNS band on your mobile phone at this point of time. So therefore, I do believe that satellite is a complementary technology, and when a satellite company comes to India, ticks all the boxes on the pro forma that we have given, then at that point of time a license will be given, and when TRAI decides on what the price of administratively assigned spectrum will be, then every satellite operator will get spectrum at that assigned price by TRAI.
Question number 347, Srimati Priyanka Chaturvedi.
Sir, question number 347.
Honorable Minister.
माननीय सभापति जी, उत्तर सदन के पटल पर रखा है.
Supplementary number 1, Srimati Priyanka Chaturvedi.
Sir, my question to Honorable Minister with regards to Maharashtra specifically. Is the Union Minister aware that in Maharashtra, the chairman of Maharashtra Pollution Control Board is a political nominee and not someone who has the technical qualifications for something as important as pollution control? Is the Minister aware of this, and how many such appointments have been made across every state? And is the Central Pollution Control Board planning to come out with some guidelines to ensure that people who have technical knowledge, who have the technical qualifications, become the chairpersons of such committees? Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
माननीय सभापति महोदय, राज्यों के जो पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड है उसके नियुक्तियों की एक प्रक्रिया है और एक मानदंड है जिसमें राज्य सरकारें नियुक्त करती हैं, तो उनके प्रश्न का जवाब महाराष्ट्र सरकार से आ सकता है।
Supplementary number 2, Priyanka Chaturvedi.
Impacts everyone, and the central government can very well issue guidelines where there are political appointments rather than appointments which have technical knowledge. So I'm surprised that this is the answer coming from him. Anyway, supplementary 2, sir. I've also mentioned that based on affidavits that they have received, over 50% vacancies exist. But somehow the answer does not show the urgency of filling these vacancies. And we've got excuses like bifurcation of state, model code of conduct, due to which vacancies are not being filled. So my question to Honorable Minister is, again, Maharashtra State Pollution Control Board has not even submitted a report about their vacancy status. Considering both Mumbai and National Capital Region have a lot of vacancies existent, it is causing problems with regards to controlling high level of pollution, especially air pollution. Is the government taking steps to ensure that CPCB guidelines for AQI are followed and state PCBs fill these vacancies on a timeline?
Honorable Minister.
राष्ट्रपति महोदय, पहले